Welcome to my YouTube channel. Subscribe and press the bell icon to stay updated. Mr. Yunus Rashid, Assistant Professor, Department of Botany, Government Degree College Doda. Presence. Algae. General Characters Part 1. Let me give the brief introduction. What is algae? Algae is a group of simple chlorophyll-containing thalloid plant having no true roots, stem and leaves and lacking embryo formation. The branch of botany dealing with the algae is called algology or phycology. It is derived from Greek word phycos meaning seaweed or alga. Algae is a plural word. Alga is a singular word. According to Fritsch 1935, the designation algae must include all the holophytic organisms as well as their numerous colorless derivatives, that fail to reach the level of differentiation characteristics of archegoniates. Father of modern algology of India Mope Iyengar. The important distinguishing features of algae are as follows. They are chlorophyll-containing autotrophic thalloid plants. They occur in a variety of habitats, but majority of them are aquatic. Their plant body does not show differentiation into various tissue systems. That is, there is no differentiation of root, stem and leaves like higher plants. They have mostly unicellular sex organs without a jacket of sterile cells around them. Jacket cells, if present, have different initials. There is a progressive complexity in reproduction. Embryo is not formed after gametic union. That is, there is no embryo formation. They show distinct alternation of generation. These were some important distinguishing features of algae. General characters of algae can be studied under following headings and subheadings. Habit and habitat. Based on habit and habitat, algae divided into following groups. Aquatic algae, terrestrial algae and algae of unusual habitats. Range of thallus structure. There are 5 forms of algae based on thallus structure. 1. Unicellular forms. 2. Colonial forms. 3. Siphonaceous forms. 4. Filamentous forms. 5. Parenchymatous forms. Cell structure in algae. In cell structure of algae we will study following features. On the basis of cell structure, algae can be differentiated into prokaryotic, mesokaryotic and eukaryotic types. The other important features that we will study are flagella, eye spot or stigma, pyrenoids, pigmentation in algae, reproduction, and finally, types of life cycle pattern in algae. The first important character of algae that we will study here is habit and habitat. All of you very well know that algae are of universal occurrence and they are found in a variety of habitats, such as freshwater, seawater, on snow, on rocks and on slash or within the plant and animal bodies. Of these, aquatic forms are most common. On the basis of habitat, they may be classified into the following 3 groups. Aquatic algae, terrestrial algae, algae of unusual habitats. Cladophora, Edogonium, Chara, Volvox, Chlamydomonas. Aquatic algae, they may be freshwater forms or marine forms. 1. Freshwater forms occur in freshwater, low salinity water, of ponds, pools, lakes, rivers, etc. Some freshwater forms like Cladophora, Edogonium, Eulothrix, and Chara are found in slow-running water, whereas others like Chlamydomonas, Volvox, Hydrodictyon, and Spirogyra occur in stagnant water. Ectocarpus, Ectocarpus, Sargassum, Sargassum, Polysiphonia, Polysiphonia. 2 marine forms. These forms occur in saline water of the sea and are represented by the members of Phaeophyceae, example Ectocarpus, Sargassum, Fucus, and Rhodophyceae, example Polysiphonia. Botcharia. Euglena. Nostoc. Protococcus. 2. Terrestrial algae. Some algae are found in terrestrial habitats like soils, rocks, logs, etc. Forms like Botcharia, Botrydium, Fritiella, and Euglena, which are found on the surface of the soil, are known as psephophytes, whereas many blue-green algae, example Nostoc, Anabina, which occur under the surface of the soil, are called cryptophytes. Some algae are also found on tree trunks and moist walls, and they absorb carbon dioxide and water from the atmosphere, example Protococcus, Cytonema. Three algae of unusual habitat, based on unusual habitat algae have divided into 9 categories. 1. Halophytic algae. 2. Epiphytic algae. 3. Epizoic algae. 4. Endozoic algae. 5. Symbiotic algae. 6. Cryophytic algae. 7. Lithophytic algae. 8. Parasitic algae. 9. Thermophytes, thermal algae. Now let's discuss them one by one. 1. Halophytic algae. There are many algae which occur in saline water of seas, but some others can withstand high concentration of salts and occur in salt lakes. They are called halophytes. Example Chlamydomonas ehrenbergii, Dunaliella, and Stephanoptera. 2. Epiphytic algae. They grow on larger algae or on bryophytes and angiosperms. For example, species of bulbochaete, Edogonium, and Microspora are found attached to the larger species of Cladophora, Rhizoclonium and Botcharia. Bryophytic and angiospermic flora of rivers and lakes harbor many algal members on their surface. Algae with mucilaginous thalli like Chaetophora, Edogonium, and Zygnema are epiphytic Onycnanthes, Unitia, Synedra, etc. 3. Epizoic algae. Many algae grow on animals like snails, fishes, and tortoise, and they are known as epizoic algae. Example Cladophora crispata grows on snails, and species of Stygioclonium are found in the gills of fishes. Similarly, species of Characiopsis and Characium are found on the legs of branchiepus. 4. Endozoic algae. Algae which occur in the tissues of animals are known as endozoic. Algae example species of Zoochlorella are found in Hydrovirides. 5. Symbiotic algae. Several members of Chlorophyceae and Cyanophyceae form symbiotic association with fungi, bryophytes, gymnosperms, and angiosperms. Example lichens are important example of symbiotic life and their algal components belong to Cyanophyceae, example Nostoc, Chloeocapsa, Microcystis or Chlorophyceae, example Coccomixa, Chlorella, Protococcus. Colonies of Nostoc and Anabina are found in symbiotic association in the thallus of Anthoceras and the coralloid roots of Cycas. 6. Cryophytic algae. Algae growing on ice or snow are called cryophytic. These algae provide attractive colors to snow-covered mountains. Example the alpine and arctic mountains become red due to the growth of Haemotococcus nibli's. Green snow in Europe is due to Chlamydomonas yellowstonensis. Sometimes snow becomes black due to Scotiaelanibolus and Raphidianema brevirostri and brownish-purple due to Ancyclonema nordensk scholdii. 7. Lithophytic algae. Algae growing on moist rocks and stones are known as lithophytic algae. Example Nostoc, Rivularia, and Chloeocapsa commonly grow on moist and shady rocks. Cytonema is common on moist walls during rainy season. 8. Parasitic algae. Algae also grow as parasites on many plants and animals. Example Philosophon, Chlorophyceae, is a parasite on the leaves of Ericerum vulgar. Polysiphonia fastigiata, rhodophyceae, is a semi-parasite on Ascophyllum nodosum. 9. Thermophytes, thermal algae. Example: many blue-green algae, example Oscillatoria brevis, Synechococcus elongatus, Heterohormigonium sp, Haplosiphon linosum, are found in hot water springs, 60-70 degrees C, where normal life is not possible. They are able to survive such high temperatures due to the absence of well-organized nucleus. Since most hot springs are alkaline, some algologists believe that tolerance to high temperature is also associated with this factor. That is all about the habit and habitat of algae. Thank you. It's YR's presentation.